And I got what I wanted. Virtus is on the T side, so we'll get some interesting, aggressive, creative rounds, which they're kind of known on Inferno for having. So pushing up mid really fast. Actually, already 3 guys up short with bomb.
And it's going to be Uzi coming from behind here. Let's see what he's got in his locker. Happy and Uzi combine, and all 4 players are almost dead. The last man standing is snax, 1 versus 4. He is a man that can in a situation like this, but he's not going to. And from the really highs and lows of watching a game, the rush, the excitement, the bomb plant, the death.
And 4 guys basically died instantly. And Uzi get that's really, really sick like snapshot on short, which was really important. Him coming from behind, keeping his cool, waiting for the rush to actually go to the bomb plant and site. And they kind of mashed them in together before they could find any positions to actually do the after plant correctly.
Look at that pink skin on Apex's Famous. He's got style.
Sensational.
You can't overuse that. I noticed that there are no smokes on mid.
Every day.
Yeah, that. I think we're going to have to come up with a new one. I'm sorry, Red Fox, but it was a good idea. It was funny, but Devil killed it.
Yeah, sorry.
He killed your creativity. On to more serious matters is we now have to start that competition again. HLTV.org, we need one that Devil can execute.
Properly. I did execute it.
It's going to be LDLC with KQLY, and in a second, Apex about to push in. Apex jumped out after the frag came in, but VP have themselves 2 kills. They have themselves a Galil and a Famous, as they will go up against 3 more fully armed Frenchmen. Happy is about to come around that side and pushes in. First shot was great, but couldn't finish his breakfast. Kaz does do so, and it'll be Kaz to pick up that M4. And one way or another, this is pricey.
I like them taking their time, going for the pick. Oh, snax actually pushes out.
And suddenly this is their round to lose. LDLC with just Maniac left standing, bomb going down, and 2 M4s with snax and Taz versus Maniac's Famous power as he comes in. He sees nothing. Neither do the VP side. They're nading up top thinking he might be coming from apartments, but that's not the case. As Maniac is about to become visible. But both players, you can see even still, they've not seen him. He's not been visible to them. And that's good for both of them until he actually wants to get towards that bomb. As he pushes in, it's snax that comes through, and in the end it proved great. Taz, deep in the bomb site, can't see him. Snax, deep in the pit, can't see him. He has to come all the way out into the open, right in front of the bomb site, and in the end they pick him off. 1-1, VP stop a pistol round conversion.
Yeah, you saw that early aggression. They just rushed up long and got 2 entries, turning it into a 3-on-3. Happy tried to do to retake long, but they had the backstab on him for the refrag, and eventually LDLC got in a very awkward position. They didn't know if they went spawn to B or actually got A, and then that's when snax actually opened up the site.
So, back to a CZ round, or just 1 CZ in fact with Uzi. But
could work either way.
The CZ is such a dangerous weapon. If you just get a team just coming at kind of that mid-range, and you're a man who can control the recoil.
It's the perfect, like, with an all player playing with that gun. Like, when they come close quarters, you kind of have that firepower close.
You just swap out.
Yeah.
VP get themselves the first frag. It's KQLY that'll go down. As now you'll see push from VP coming in on the right-hand side of that bomb site. It's Neo who goes in, and Taz Hill helps himself up to frag number 3. Taz looking for love once more and gets it. Bomb planted. Taz down by Maniac, who gets himself 2, and has made a real mess of what was a perfect VP round. But 2 frags and a clean sweep and a bomb plant for VP will put them back in the lead. What's the scoreline that VP will want at halftime? Realistically, because they'll want 14.
Yeah, 14-1. No, but 6-7 rounds is a very good round, like a very good half for T. So I think they would be happy with that. But seeing how they're in a quite dominant state right now, they might be aiming even higher, considering they have money control, weapons, and forced LDLC to another eco.
great submission on the HLTV thread. It's not going to work because you just can't work it into commentary, but it's from Almgren09. Another one bites DE Dust. Ah. Gold. Comic gold. Love it.
That's solid.
Pasha gets himself a frag onto KQLY. He's returned by Happy, but only 3 LDLC players left up as they move in. We're on board with Maniac, and we see a lot of silhouettes, a lot of action. And by the time Maniac actually gets someone right in his face, he gets dropped. Happy is 1 on 4, and just waits, took a quick look, and then his CC does the damage. But Neo picks him off, and that'll be another round VP. 3-1 they lead. And now we have a bye round, and now LDLC are going to have to get one back on the board.
Yeah, and they might want to consider taking over Banana and kind of forcing Virtus towards A into a push they're not comfortable with. But it seems like they're going for a more conventional and standard setup right now. Very defensive on B, and actually taking information, making a 2-man push in apartments. Could work out.
We're on board with Apex as he's got 2 players in mid as well. But, oh, he gets picked in the back by snax, and snax helps himself to frag number 2 from Uzi, and it was a beautiful setup from LDLC if they came from the left. But they didn't. KQLY ready to go in now. He looks away just at the moment when there was a frag to be had, and knows that he's got incoming now as he's flashed. That flasher has actually dropped back and is just trying to bait KQLY out. He's looking to see if there's a man sitting deep in the site. There isn't, and in fact you've got no players from Virtus going in towards A. They've pushed down towards T-spawn where Maniac will see action. Happy has got himself 2. Maniac down finally, but Happy has quickly restored the balance on this one, only for that to be wiped away. It's KQLY with 90 points of health and 3 VP players to go. 150 health for him to dispatch of, and he gets the first one. It's snax who's out, and that will be the end. Pasha comes around the corner and downs him with an AK headshot. It's 4-1 VP now.
They kind of made a very, very dangerous decision, Virtus, as they took 2 entries on A, and they probably knew that they could have rushed the site and probably gotten it, trading kills with the last man on A, but they decided to go spawn, which both of the rotating players came from, and it couldn't have gotten a lot worse than it actually became in the end. But they lost a couple of guns, which they could have probably saved if they went to A in a coordinated way.
Here we go. Opening frags coming the way of VP this time around. Snax, Taz, Pasha, all on the board. Maniac has got one back, but there's another eco from LDLC. They should become 5-1 in favor of VP. An excellent start from them. Exactly how Train started.
Yeah. And we just have to see if LDLC can pull something back and read into Virtus.Pro play.
One will go down.
Right now, I think Virtus is aiming higher than 6 or 7 rounds. They might even go as far up as 9 rounds at this point.
And that's the end of LDLC. They need a big round now, the Frenchmen.
They do, and Virtus has a lot of money, so they have almost 25k to spare with all the equipment. And now it seems like they're trying to take Banana, with KQLY putting pressure with an AWP. See how that works out.
Doesn't sit too aggressively. Hasn't been anchored into a 4 position by his teammate there. But they see nothing. VP have snax taking some grenade damage. He's down to 62 points of health on the other side. And it'll be Apex who is knows someone's there, is about to push in, and gets himself the headshot onto snax. Now moves back. Mid is controlled by LDLC as they retreat in towards that site. They have the man advantage, and they'd be happy to get themselves into a trading position here, but they'll take more as Happy dispatches of byali. And Virtus.Pro are suddenly being asked some questions for the first time in a few rounds, as they have a 2-man disadvantage, and still that AWP of KQLY sat in B that they will not go up against this time around. It's going to be a bomb move in towards the A site, coming in on the spawn side, and there's Apex, jumps around the corner, picks off Neo, and Pasha is going to stop that rot and be the first frag that they get. But they're still down 2 men, and they know everything now.
Yeah.
They know that those 3 players were hand in hand, and they can afford to leave KQLY with that AWP over on Banana, just sat waiting, and move another body over towards A, which is exactly what they've done. He's still in T-spawn area at the moment as the bomb is going to get pushed in and not planted. Happy is going to get himself one more, and that'll be the end of that. Team LDLC are back on the board.
Yeah, very nice push to get an entry on Pasha there from Apex. It was quite risky, but they played it very safe after that and just grinded Virtus.Pro out. They didn't get any duels. Virtus.Pro kind of got caught off guard. Apex pushing once again through the smoke on short, and I kind of sealed the round. And yeah, good coordination and team play to kind of grind them out that round after getting the entry.
See Pasha pushing up. He's flashed right as he wanted to make his move, and that was going to be one of the easier frags for KQLY today. And so you see Neo flashing him out and moving back. Bomb collected, and again, entry frag, second round in a row goes the way of LDLC. KQLY with that AWP is beginning to assert his authority on that B site.
This could be the right timing for Virtus to push. They only have 2 men on A, 2 kind of slowly rotating in, but yeah.
VP aren't quick in these situations either. They're looking for a pick themselves. And you'll see Uzi knows he's got action. It's going to come in the shape of Pasha, Taz this time around. And he's looking up top. Apex has got himself 1 and 2. Maniac dispatches Neo. The last man standing is down. And that's one of those rounds where Auto Director just lets you down.
Yep.
5-3. LDLC win 2 in a row. And they will force a save now from... they'll force a Galil and AK buy. Interesting push here from VP. Given that we're only 8 rounds in, your thoughts on that choice to buy here?
I mean, it's a risky buy, but at the same time, the reward is so high, it could be worth it. I mean, if they win this round, like they have the control of the game. The game is theirs, but seems like it's not really working out at the moment.
They quickly rushed up the Banana walkway, got themselves a frag, and then double back down Banana, but they haven't actually exited.
And they've taken a lot of damage just trying for that hesitant B push.
Hesitant, that was one of the words called out. There's a smoke mid. 2 smokes mid every day. Come on, that was your chance, man. Serve that one up on a platter. Auto Director was like, Devil Walk needs to see some smoke in mid.
As I, once again, bites the dust.
Oh, do I see some tumbleweed?
Yes, there's one there.
Oh, dear. I gave up trying to give Lurpus a catchphrase.
Yeah.
That was just a fight I couldn't win.
Should probably give up on me too.
No, you're not. Never leave a man behind. KQLY drops himself a frag onto Neo. As it's Taz and byali to move in, and Taz will be the first man down. That'll be the end of that. 3 rounds in a row for LDLC, and they're looking hot right now as Virtus's steam seems to have run out, at least momentarily. They're forced in towards a save, and can say that whilst I never leave a good shoutcaster behind, and we will get you your saying, with Lurpus, what I did was I just started laughing at my own jokes with Lurpus because, you know, it was obvious he wasn't going to come up with a catchphrase. He hates me saying sensational as well. So it's just like, you know what? I'm just going to make great jokes and laugh at them myself.
That's good.
It's a great way to do it. It keeps you off the happy pills that I've been taking all this time.
And yeah, Virtus kind of scrambling here. They lost that momentum exactly like they did on train. They need to figure something out as LDLC has found a way to counteract what Virtus has been doing.
And now it's all going to walk onto the end. Oh, how did Uzi not get something there? Pasha picks himself up a frag, and it's Uzi downed. And now maybe an opportunity. Apex sat in a good position here because they got to come out of that pit at some point. As they flash him, and unable to actually move. I think the flash was to try and help someone else move. Now they know where Apex is as he gets the frag onto 1 and 2. And, sorry, it's Maniac who got that other frag onto Neo. And we're starting to run out of poles. As LDLC getting himself the next one. 5-5 the score. VP have been pegged right back.
Yeah, now they have to figure something out. I think they should probably go for kind of what they did at Eco. Try to go for apartments, as LDLC seem to be very strong on holding early parts of mid and Banana. They've especially put a lot of pressure upon. At the beginning, for safety, having 3 guys at B, waiting for that rush. Since Virtus is taking it very slow, LDLC can do that.
Vital round here for VP. They've got the wind very much against them. Uzi peeks up, and I think they did somehow manage to see that. They pushed back right at the time that he came in. I don't know whether they saw him or whether he saw them, but they'll come back. You've got Pasha now ready to come up towards B as we do the dance on the banana walkway, and the smoke and grenade come in, and they'll just allow them to rattle off a few frags. No one's actually been able to connect anything more.
LDLC, I mean, Virtus cannot even go B this round because they put so little pressure towards B. LDLC have every smoke left. They can just smoke off B, and Virtus is kind of forced going in now.
Here we go, 30 seconds left to go, and you're right, there's but 1 flash left on VP as they do trade frags. It's going to be Apex and getting him on to byali. Neo's down as well, courtesy of Apex, who's really starting to hit top form. Uzi is in next, and VP are starting to fall like flies here. It's only Taz. He sits deep in the bomb site, waiting for someone to come rushing around that corner. Will someone else come that way? As he puts the bomb down and gets the gun out just in time. Reinforcements starting to come, and it'll be Uzi that goes down. Oh, Taz wins the round on his own. 3 huge frags. He sat deep in the bomb site, waited for the right time to hit, and then struck gold in that A site. Beautiful play.
Very, very nice play from Taz. He baited out the first guy, just waiting, and then afterwards,
here he is.
We got the replay. Amazing.
You could argue they came at 2 different times, and they should have been at once so that when he moved, you get him. But that's CS. You can't move every moment perfectly when there's a bomb ticking.
Oh, it's such a quick game that there's mistakes gonna happen. And LDLC get the entry here, which is dangerous for Virtus, seeing they just barely won their last round with only Taz left standing. So their money should be very, very low. And 2 guys already low on health as well, as a 5-on-4 is developing here towards Banana.
KQLY with that AWP has been the keeper of the gate up on Banana. He gets himself his next frag. It's byali that goes down. And VP do have the bomb still up there, but they're again running out of men. And this one doesn't look likely. 2-on-5. And this will take us to 6-6. Oh, KQLY misses his AWP shot. This does give them a very small window of opportunity. The 2 players on A begin to make their move around towards B as if there's danger, but Maniac is ready to dispatch of the danger. That will be 6-6.
They won that flawlessly. Very, very good round from Team LDLC, and this puts LDLC in a really, really good position to get the remaining of the rounds. And they almost have to double eco. They're so low.
No CZs.
No CCs this time.
No fun for VP on this round. They're going to rush all up the banana walkway, and they should be sent packing. They come in on the end of Happy. He gets 1. Maniac takes himself the 2nd. There you go, LDLC. Well, in theory, clean that up. But byali did get himself a kill. snax and byali have a little bit of health left between them, both on 50-60-ish. And snax is jumped right around the corner, and KQLY was waiting for him with that AWP. And now it's only byali left standing, and he's going nowhere. The LDLC, for the first time since the pistol round, have the lead. And we have 2 rounds left in this first half.
This is a very, very weird situation for Virtus. They decide to buy, but it's almost like would have been worth to try to go for a half buy with money saved up, so you have a full buy next round. But yeah, they have low nades, bad weapons compared to the AK.
Taz gets himself the first frag onto Apex, and you wonder whether that was because they assumed that LDLC would have thought the worst of it and figured they'd save for the last round. And they try and catch them off guard. But that AK frag obviously has told them that something's afoot. And here we go. Apex is moving in, and Apex will get down by byali, and they get a little headshot onto Uzi that gets him that. And suddenly, things are looking up for Virtus.Pro. They're 2 men to the good as they make their push in towards the A site. Happy connects onto the first and the second. Maniac with the third, and normal service has resumed for LDLC as they come looking for the next. Snax ties it back up. 2-on-2. Bomb is going to get tossed. No, it's not going to get tossed. It's going to get moved in, and they will both sit down. It's going to be KQLY who's waiting on reinforcements, and they're going to be a joint at the hip push as Maniac comes around the corner. Remember, Maniac has 2 already this round, and he will start getting...
Pasha is in the smoke.
And here we go, Maniac pushing right in, comes out the other side, sees Neo, and where is Pasha? They've walked all the way past him. Pasha now from behind, first frag, now he's going one-on-one, and he's got KQLY, who's got an AWP, and the bomb being defused as he makes his way through now. And great work from Snax to finish off the job. And there you go, 7-7 Virtus.Pro win a round that they had no right to.
No, I mean, I think LDLC probably just gave that away. Their defensive style have worked wonders for them the whole half, and suddenly they just became very, very aggressive. Lost 2 members towards kind of a defensive setup from Virtus and punishing them, and eventually got to a kind of awkward position where they lost 3 men pushing towards the A side. Happy and Maniac pulling it back, but yeah. It's good play from Virtus, but I think it was more of a mistake from LDLC.
7-7. Maniac gets himself the first frag of this round. Neo down. Neo been quieter in this game, considering that I expect him to get 30 every game that he ever plays. So maybe if I just lowered my standards to a normal person, then
I will not be that disappointed.
Yeah. Damage done. Maniac on 50 points of health. Apex on 10. But more nades than the Russian army at the moment on that LDLC side.
Yeah, they can really delay the push, and since Virtus is taking it so slow, this is working really well for LDLC as KQLY makes an amazing shot on long.
He saw the elbow just pop out, and he's like, oh, someone's coming my way. Flicks his lips and finishes off the job. Now Apex in the pit. He's going to look for the second one, but it's going to come at the cost of his life. KQLY gets himself the second frag, and we are running out of Virtus.Pro players here, ladies and gentlemen. byali, the last man standing, is downed. It's 8-7 at halftime. You said at the start 7 would be a good number for Virtus.Pro, and they're going to jump straight over to the second half. So opportunities afoot here for both sides, but I'll tell you what, we've got some great submissions for your catchphrase.
Really?
Some really great ones. Some that we just can't say. Glorious was a good one. But I can't pronounce his name. MWJK13. These are really cheesy. When someone gets a knife kill, slice to meet you. Or, his second suggestion, if someone gets an AWP kill, he's operating at a high level.
This is good. Good stuff.
Is it good stuff?
I enjoy it.
A good one from Red Fox, who came up with Smoke Mid every day. He's pretty pissed off because you obviously ruined his time.
Yeah.
Let's see how that works out, which is something you have been saying. Anyway, back to the action. Virtus.Pro 1 map to the good up if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen. They won Train, and Team LDLC are 8 rounds away from taking us to Season, which would be the 3rd game. And we are in the FACEIT Spring League Season with $20,000 up for grabs.
It's a good one.
It's great.
And we see Virtus is actually taking a gamble, and just as Neo stops peeking, they actually sneak behind the corner, and Neo's getting caught off guard, I think.
Well, Neo suddenly rings the alarm. He has incoming and B in a very big way. And he'll push in now, looking to finish off the job. He's done a lot of damage. VP should be able to close this. I don't know now as they lose Neo. Happy and Apex both down, but KQLY pushing into a really painful position for them as the recovery will come via the banana walkway in the shape of Pasha and those bulging biceps as he moves in, spies the bomb, has a goldfish for company, and a lot of angry Frenchmen who show now. Tracks raided as it'll be VP down to just Maniac. Maniac is going to get the kill. How did byali not finish off his breakfast? And that could be the turning point here as byali was stood right behind him. You wonder whether he was going for a knife or something a bit cheeky thinking he had more time. But in the end, he got nothing.
That was really well played. LDLC kind of lucked out. I don't know if they had any information on the map. Kind of took a gamble, went B, Neo was alone, and they got into that afterplant situation where they obviously were very successful with, but Virtus did a really good job, even though Neo got caught off guard.
You know, from Virtus' position, said it before, it's Lurpus's catchphrase that CS is won by the smallest of margins. You know, it's a game of very fine margins, CS. That pistol round, it comes down to one frag. Yeah. VP win it, they jump into the lead, they've got confidence, they're on the CT side. You would expect them to at least set the pace, if not necessarily win the game from that position.
Yeah.
LDLC now should be getting into double figures, and the pressure suddenly mounts hugely on VP.
It's a very important pistol round, and they have fully bought this round, Virtus, with pistols and armor, with nades, so they haven't really got anything for it yet, except Taz, who gets an AK.
But is suddenly punished, as there's KQLY coming in to avenge. Apex has himself one onto byali as well. Reinforcements needed on this A site, because it's going to be Pasha who's down, and now it's Neo on his lonesome. Goes around that corner, rattles off a couple of shots, but you're asking for something magic here. He sees a weapon. Doesn't see a weapon, perhaps.
I just picked
it up.
I
did, sorry. There you go, my eyesight. Not what it was supposed to be.
Yes. I think it could be a good idea saving this, just trying to go for some exits, keep LDLC's economy really low, and yeah, that's the best case scenario at this point.
Here comes Neo jumping at the side, gets himself a kill onto Apex, and that'll be that for Neo. He's done all the damage he's going to do. And they decide 9-7 LDLC. And you mentioned what they bought. It means they definitely won't be buying this time around.
No, just gonna hope Neo can get into the position they're actually trying to, you know, go to. And seems like LDLC has been favoring going B on the outer eco, so maybe Virtus.Pro sniffed that up. And
well, if there's one person you want on the weapon, it'll be Neo, who they'll stack in on that B side normally. But actually, they've got 3 players there. And in fact, they've got 4 players leaning towards B now. Only one in on A. The bomb is in mid, but reinforcements are there in the shape of Apex. And you see those 4 players so deep in mid, hoping that they've not been sighted. Taz down to 21 points of health, trying to make himself loud and proud and force them over towards B, but it's going to be too little too late. The push is coming is coming A from LDLC, as they have 4 players there, only 1 on banana, and those 4 VP players still so deep in that B site that it'll be no cigar for them as Maniac goes in. He has got himself the frag onto Taz, and that will be that. Those 3 players from VP. Only Pasha is going to be the one to try and... No, and he's not really interested either.
No. Very well played the anti-eco from LDLC. Kind of guessed correctly. No one spotted on B, and they spot one guy on A. He was trying to take the duel and actually getting the kill, but instead of hiding. So it might have been the calling point for them to go A.
10-7 the score. LDLC about to make it 11. And they have a 4-round advantage. And they're edging closer to taking us to season as the deciding game. Remember, winner bracket, loser bracket scenario. We're going to play the loser bracket final after this game. That game will be the last chance saloon for someone. Someone will be finishing 4th place at that point.
Yep.
And then the grand finals and all the hoo-ha tomorrow. And the conclusion of the FACEIT CSGO Spring League.
And it seems like LDLC is mounting to do a very, very fast push towards apartments.
Taz slightly blinded, but there's byali from behind waiting on reinforcements. Oh, he shot no, he didn't shoot too early at all. Gets himself 2. KQLY got himself the frag back onto Pasha. byali will be charging right up behind them, but he has a man himself chasing him as Apex dispatches of him. And now bomb planted, it's snax and Neo to do the damage. They do combine and get themselves a kill on KQLY. Neo's going to come in and join him, and they will go 2-on-2, hand in hand, moving in from that CT spawn side. Smokes and flashes afoot as the all players on pretty much half health. There's Apex getting himself 1 and 2. Great work from Apex. And he just made himself hard to find in the back and then jumped up and got himself the 2 kills. LDLC rolling towards victory at the moment.
Virtus.Pro in web position. They kind of want to buy, but they don't really have the money, as they actually are buying. And it's going to be 2 pistols, 3 pistols, and actually an AWP and a FAMAS. This is a weird buy. Almost only Pasha snax with in armor.
Last time they did a weird buy, it worked for them.
Yeah. So can hold a.
You wonder whether this is because they can. This is the last round they can probably afford to gamble.
Yeah.
The next time they'll buy, if they lose this, will be at 14. And maybe they feel like this is the only time they can take one more roll of the dice. We trade frags, lose Taz, who had that FAMAS. Now pushing up will be byali, gets himself a kill onto Maniac, and KQLY gets himself back. And we're on a 3-on-3. 3-on-2, sorry. And Neo and snax, the only 2 standing.
LDLC already own A sites. This is probably the hardest site in the game to actually retake. With terrorists having controlled that early.
Yeah, you feel like snax should just save that AWP. But he's doing nothing of the sort. And he's going to get himself picked off. And 2-on-3 after plant. I don't think it was the right move to go for it.
No, they should probably have saved that up.
And the director came back on.
Yeah.
It's like
good stuff.
It's like the autopilot in Airplane. Have you seen Airplane? It's like the inflatable autopilot that takes over the plane.
No.
I tell you, I live in a world where kids haven't seen Friends, Frasier, Airplane. How are people expected to live these days?
It's a weird world.
It's a crazy world. I don't know if I like it, man. Get fucked up. No, I'm kidding.
It's good you have those happy pills. And
my secret's been revealed.
And it's very slow round, slow paced. This is good for Virtus, as they can kind of delay their smokes and buy themselves a lot of time before LDLC's push actually is coming. And it seems like they're actually rotating back with a bomb towards B. Probably going to execute some kind of through smoke B strat. With all the men gathering up, lining up the smokes. They back off. And now they're kind of forced to go A. And I think Virtus
have smoked mid.
Yeah. Every day.
byali's the man who'll see action here as he has incoming. Taz is waiting there for him. He'll spy Maniac, and Happy and Maniac get themselves the 2 frags that open up that A site and drive Team LDLC through. From that moment, you had those 2 frags, Maniac and Happy. Win them, and you're going to win the round. Lose them, and you're in the situation we've just seen. 14-7, LDLC 2 away from victory.
Yeah, and Virtus just keep on force buying and losing out and not having enough time. They actually had a pretty good situation going for them there. They had a free defensive A, and they kind of knew that the B push wasn't really coming. But the rotation came in a bit too late, and LDLC just got every duel right. They won it.
I do wonder how much Virtus will have played season.
Probably not a lot. And I don't think LDLC has.
They don't like change.
No. It's gonna be a really interesting map if it comes to it, which
I think it will do.
yeah.
Uzi pushes in, gets himself the frag onto Neo. He moves in, snax is coming forward, and we exchange a few frags. Snax does get himself one onto Happy, but Pasha returns the favor. Uzi down and out. Nice work, 3 on 3. This is VP's last opportunity. They're going to have to win this, and many more to come as Taz gets himself the kill onto Apex and drops down. And from here, it's all on KQLY and Maniac, both of whom are having some of the best Saturdays of their lives right now. And
Yeah.
it'll be KQLY who sees action first. I think it's byali who's on that other side. byali versus KQLY, the battles of the Harleys.
Kind of a standoff there, just
Kind of a standoff.
nudging 1 millimeter from the corner to spot each other, but eventually backing off. No one knows a thing.
As Taz gets himself the frag onto Maniac, it is KQLY who'll go in and win the battle of the Harleys. As byali's down and out for the count. And God, I hope that never happens again. As it'll be KQLY now moving in with Taz in the pit. Pasha coming from the other side, and the VP sandwich is about to make its move right about now. KQLY gets himself the first and says, Taz, anything you can do, I can do better. Finishes off the round and takes LDLC to the promised land of 15. They have 8 match points. Great play from KQLY there, doing a 1-on-3 to win the round for LDLC.
And KQLY's had a huge performance the whole match. I mean, he's already on 24 kills. He has 2.4 KD, which is insane on these competitive levels. I mean, Virtus.Pro, one of the best teams in the world, having that kind of scoreline, it's truly amazing.
Truly, it is.
Truly.
We're on the potentially last round. Pasha's got himself the first frag onto KQLY. Do VP have something left in the locker? This is a team that have learnt to never say never. But they are up against it big time here as byali gets himself naded by Maniac. And with 3 on 3, Happy and Uzi down on quite low health. Pasha on 1 health. As you see Pasha smoking mid every day. And Taz pushing, gets himself the next one. Maniac goes down. And now those 2 players with no health are the ones that are going to have to fight up against the 3 guns. Taz now also 9 points of health as well as they will make their move in towards the site as we trade frags. And that leaves us with Happy 1 on 2 in the bomb site. Down it goes Pasha, and Happy moves in to put that bomb down. Great play from him. He could win another 1 versus 3 as he moves in and goes through, but snax will stop the romance and eventually get VP around on the board. It will be 15 rounds to 8, but you can see how desperate VP's situation is. He has no kit.
Yeah, and LDLC is getting to, like, they have so much money, they can buy the rest of the half if they want to. Obviously they want to, but yeah, it's a really weird position for Virtus. They don't have the nades to actually counteract LDLC's slow-paced play.
7 rounds needed for VP. Do you believe in the Easter Bunny?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
So you believe that Virtus.Pro might do this?
Yes.
Wow. I thought that hope was only given to people who watch Airplane, but clearly not. Snax dropped as he tried to nade out. Caught with his pants down once more, and it'll be, I assume, Neo who has to clean up that mess. Yes, here he is. As he waits and he just...
They're actually rotated 2 towards B, and they want to make something happy. Neo seems like they don't have that much info, and byali takes out Happy in mid, and he gets the info that no one's there. This could be a trap for Virtus as they take the info and backs off.
And in the words of Admiral Akbar, it is a trap. And he'll fall back. LDLC re-rotate as they move the bomb up the banana walkway. Neo still nestled in at that B site, but another VP player has moved towards CT spawn, waiting for the word that there's a push coming. It's 2 mid, 2 B, and 3 VP players in on A, as KQLY will be the one pushing in. Apex is going to get picked off by byali. And VP have themselves a man advantage, and they are going to move byali very quickly over towards B, because here comes the bomb. Uzi down by Neo. He's done his damage. byali's been picked off as reinforcements come chasing down Maniac. Neo's been picked off. It's 2-on-2 suddenly. Maniac out for the count. KQLY with 14 points of health. 1-on-2. We've seen him do this before. The bomb is not his friend. And Taz is not either. 59. That Easter Bunny begins to rabbit around just that little bit longer.
Yeah, I think it was a really, really good push from LDLC, but the single defense from Neo at the B side was so strong, the rotation could come in and eventually clear the side out. But I think LDLC did a smart thing. They left Apex to fake a long push while KQLY lurked mid and tried to get that 2-on-1 duel against Neo to work out to get the plant.
The one thing that hasn't worked for VP has been their B setup. Normally it's such a strength, and they pushed Neo down here, and they show so much by having him shoot there. He could have pushed further down. There's a number of things he could have do differently in this situation, and again it gives a lot of information away. But he does edge further and further down, and he's now going to shoot at the base of that stack, and oh, good hit from Neo. Happy goes down. He goes looking for more, and there are more men to be fragged as Neo will push in. It's Uzi who's at the bottom of the road there, and there's Neo to get himself the second frag, and the man that is Mr. B has taken control of it. Pasha picked off by Maniac, and it's the A site that's the focus of the attentions now. Right now, Taz gets himself the return. Maniac down and out. We're going to be 2-on-2 going in towards A, but Neo's coming from behind. As byali will wait. Apex gets himself the kill, and there is byali. Second frag bomb about to be planted. Money in the bank. Neo's come a long, long way, and he's going to get himself his hat-trick frag, and that will be Virtus.Pro's third round in the row, and the Easter Bunny that you worship has been joined by the Tooth Fairy, and the pair of them are making kids believe once again. VP would have to have won 8 in a row to pull this one back, and they've done 3 of those already.
Yeah, really good round from Neo. He basically won just that round by himself. Getting those 2, expecting that boost as well. That LDLC tried to see over the smoke. Really, really good play from Neo. And eventually they just secure the round. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
If only they could have done that a little bit earlier in the game. That's the problem. They are 5 match points away from taking us to a 3rd map. The smoke is in on mid, and VP will get themselves frags 1 and 2. Uzi and Maniac both go down. Apex follows suit, and now we're losing Frenchmen like fries as they go through. Happy's the only one left standing. He senses a 3rd frag here for himself as he has got himself Pasha and Taz, but they know exactly where he is as much as he knows where they are. He pushes in and is eventually dropped by byali, and we have seen a phenomenal comeback starting to take shape. 15-11. VP wind in their sails. LDLC just enough money to buy once more, but if they lose this, they will be in trouble. And the Virtus.Pro side, do they believe? The Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, they can see Father Christmas on the horizon, and they want to...
I just want to point out, Taz actually has 26 kills. And I haven't really noticed, but he got a triple kill last round and secured them the round there. He just completely demolished the push on short. And
Taz can often be the one doing the dirty jobs as well. Like Katowice, his frags were really quite low. He was often, you know, struggling to get to double digits. But when they need him,
he steps up, as he's done this game. And yeah, see if LDLC can get that last frag. Round, I mean, as Pasha gets a frag on KQLY in mid. Gets a second one. And the Frenchman is getting picked apart.
VP are looking hot right now. They're 5-on-3. They're going to pull it back to 3 rounds, surely. And Neo will get himself the next, and this could be a flawless round for them. In goes that forces the agenda. It's Uzi that'll have to come out, and Uzi does exactly that, but waiting for him! Snax, and wow.
That's only 3 rounds, and that's not
impossible.
No, especially since now it's the time where LDLC's money is starting to get really low.
The only thing that's saving them right now is that they've lost 4 in a row. The money system's starting to counteract that with 2 Galils on that side. And they being on the T side, it being slightly cheaper.
Yeah, but kind of needed to. I kind of felt like they could have taken the eco there, just to have the last 2 rounds like really fully buys. And now it's kind of a forced buy, free forced buy agenda here.
3 rounds, all in. LDLC have started to wobble for the first time. They looked so good throughout Inferno. They were mapped down, remember, and overtime is on the horizon. Frag number 1 for Neo, who started to come alive as Uzi picked off, and Neo did his job, retreated out, and he'll go for the second now. Oh, he did so much damage, but he'll have to come back. KQLY's down to 9 points of health. Reinforcements are coming their way, and they're going to focus their attentions on the banana walkway, where there is the bomb. There is a 2-on-2 going to happen at A as well, but the bomb is slowly moving its way down banana, and VP lose Neo to Happy. And they'll make the push elsewhere as well. The A push is coming. The bomb is moving mid. It will be 3-on-2 in A, as byali is now the focus of our attention, as he will beat Native, but he'll get himself a big frag. byali gets himself 1 and 2. Maniac and KQLY both out for the count. KQLY was the bomb carrier. It's going to be Apex coming in from the left-hand side. Happy has just 3 points of health. Let's see what he can do.
Just staying in the smoke.
And byali sits deep. He's just firing around to the left, and byali down in the end by Apex. And so here we go, 1-on-3. Apex to try and save LDLC's round. It's not going to happen. And boys and girls, we are on a monumental comeback. LDLC 15, Virtus.Pro 13. Remember that LDLC were on 7 match points. It's absolutely phenomenal that we're in this stage.
Yeah, big round from Neo. Even though he only got 1 kill there, he did basically 300 damage. Head shooting both Happy and Maniac, I think.
Going to be a push coming up the banana walkway with a bomb site, and you betcha it'll be the round where they save that they win it. As they get themselves the first, I guarantee you they'll win it now. As they go through, there is snax getting himself 2 frags, dropped in the end by Uzi, and we're at a important Molotov there, but Maniac's got himself 1 more. We're running out of VP players, ladies and gents. byali's going to be the last man standing, 1-on-3. He has a full complement of health and nades, but he doesn't have any teammates left. He's got 2 more to go, and the bomb hasn't been planted either. That's a key factor, but it doesn't matter.
I have to give that to you. That was a sick call.
Paul the Octopus, rest in peace.